Hi everyone, welcome back to Mask Monday. This is a slightly different type of Mask Monday today because one of my New Year's resolutions was to amp up my skincare routine. And over my Christmas break, I went to the med spa to get a skincare evaluation or skin evaluation to see what options were available to me, what they recommended, and also what really was in my price range because, I don't have thousands of dollars to spend on this, but I do have a little bit of cash that I'm willing to put towards this. So, my main concerns have been some hyperpigmentation and some of the fine lines around my eyes. I just feel like I've reached a point where I'm not even really maintaining. I'm losing a little ground there, so I wanted to see what options were available to me. And I have to say my consultation went really well. I was afraid it might be really high pressure to buy a big package and do a whole lot of things that maybe I wasn't comfortable with. And she really heard me and talked to me about what my concerns were and give me a bunch of different options. So, some of the things we talked about were doing a big chemical peel, Botox, doing some IPL, intense pulse light treatments. I think that's about it. And, I did not want to do a big chemical peel. There's a lot of downtime with that. It's a little scary to me. I'm just not ready quite to do that. I certainly was interested in the IPL, but a little nervous about it. I'm not sure how I feel about Botox. And so anyway, to make a long story short, what we ended up with is she's going to do a spot treatment of the IPL, and that will primarily focus on some of these hyperpigmentation, sun damage I have, and some of the broken capillaries I have around my nose. And that'll give me a feel for what that's like and if I want to do, an all-over face treatment. So that's step one. And she said that I might have a little bruising around the capillaries, but we'll have to wait and see about that. So we're going to do that today. And then she's also going to do a microdermabrasion treatment, which she's calling like a silk peel. And it's not like, I'm not going to be like sloughing off a layer of skin like with a chemical peel. So it'll be a slightly gentler treatment than that. And that's all we're doing today. I felt like that's something I could afford to do. That's what I was willing to try. And I'm going to continue to think about the Botox. I have a couple friends at work who have done it and see what they think. She seems to think very minor little shots under my eyes would help alleviate some of that wrinkling. So, I'm not sure. I really am conflicted about that. So, I don't know. We'll see. And I'm hoping maybe also to come away with some prescription like Retinol or Renova that I can work with. So I'm going to go ahead and insert a clip here of like a before close-up shot that I did about a week ago in anticipation of going to the spa. I really wanted a record of, a before shot of my face, and I'll insert that clip here, and I will see you once I'm done with my treatment. We'll see. So let me go ahead and zoom in, and we'll look at some of those things that are specifically bothering me. So on this side of my face, I have some hyperpigmentation here and here. This one in particularly really bothers me because these two can be pretty much covered up with foundation. Not so much with this one. And some other hyperpigmentation around here. Now, I do naturally have a lot of freckles. I've always had freckles. I attribute that to my Irish heritage. So I'm not anticipating getting rid of those, but I'd like to maybe soften them a little bit. And then I do have some broken capillaries around my nose, and that is quite obviously sun damage, which who knew that could happen from sun damage. And I would say this side of my face, the wrinkling under my eyes is a lot more pronounced than this side, and that's because I sleep on this side. I can't help it, it's just the most comfortable spot, so and probably get more exposure from the sun naturally from the car windows and so forth. So I just finished my appointment and we did the silk peel, which is like a microdermabrasion facial, and a little bit of eye spot IPL treatments. So I thought I would quickly just share with you about my experience. The silk peel was really interesting. She said it was going to feel like a cat licking you. You know how a cat's tongue is very rough? And a sucking motion all at the same time. And it kind of felt like a cat on steroids, perhaps. It was much rougher than a cat, so, but it was a good analogy. It was just much stronger. Sorry, my hair's a little wonky. It was a much stronger sensation than a little gentle cat lick. But she did that all over my face, and I think it really already has taken a layer of dead skin off, and she said the one spot that we were going to hit with the IPL, she thought already looked lighter with the silk peel. So, but we went forward with the little IPL spot treatment to go ahead and hit those few areas as well. So you can probably tell where we've hit because that's where I'm really red. So we hit this brown spot here, and then we did all the broken capillaries around my nose here and one other small spot over here. And I'm not gonna lie, that hurt. It really hurt. She did put some numbing cream on, which I think helped, but it's a bright light, and you know, they say it's like a snapping of a rubber band, and it's much more concentrated than that. It's a sharper feeling than a rubber band snap. And, you know, when they do, like she hit it like 3 or 4 times in little spots here. And by the time she got done doing that area, I was pretty sensitive. That wasn't the worst of it. The worst of it was around my nose. That really hurt. And I have what I think is a pretty high tolerance for pain. But also I could smell a little of the little hairs on my face singeing. Yeah, that was not an expected sensation that I was expecting at all. But she said, yeah, it does. It like singes the little hairs on your face off. Interesting. But for me, it'll be worth it if it really improves the look and appearance of those broken capillaries, because they were pretty pronounced. So I will try and zoom in a little bit. So we did this area here, all around the nose, here and here, and one little spot here. So I'll check back with you in a week or so and let you know how my progress has come along and what my longer term reactions are once some of this redness has settled down and this mark will get dark and probably slough off a little bit. So that'll probably take another week or so. But I'll follow up and let you know what I think of that. All in all, I think it was a good experience. And I'm glad I did it. I think I'm glad I did it. We'll see once I see how the longer term outcome is. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for joining me and coming along on this little journey of experiences. And I will see you real soon. Bye-bye.